Hello everybody. Hi, my name is George and today I will be speaking about a new app that is being developed here in Hong Kong. It's been around some time that it's being developed, and it's all about social network that is all about sharing our paints and drawings. So if we take a look in history, a long time ago, where humanity was making the first steps, we will find those amazing drawings into the caves of people, where humanity started making the first steps. And we will see that people back then used their hands to draw their everyday perception of reality. So our everyday perception of reality means what we perceive goes through our brain, our eyes, our emotions and everything, and then is expressed through our drawings. And we have those amazing drawings back then, and they hold a lot of emotional and a lot of power to think that how people perceive the world back then. And exactly the same story here. We can see the hands of people long time ago being expressed in the caves. And after that, a lot of things happened. We invented fire, we invented the wheel, we invented the alphabet. And we would then go to typography, and it was all a way to communicate and express our feelings, emotions, stories, and so on and so forth. But what we kind of, as we went deeper to the digital era, is that we kind of lost the sense of this, which is a way to move into space in an infinite way with no blockages at all, right? So what we have right now, and I have it right now in front of me, is the alphabet, and it's this prefixed, arrangement of symbols that it's been the same again and again and again. Of course, we're using it. It's awesome. It's language. It's great for information and everything. But it's always this fixed, deal that we say this symbol is going to mean this thing, and we're going to use this for the rest of our days as humans, and that's it. So we kind of evolved into this. So the question is, should we evolve into this, or should we evolve in something that goes beyond, our convenience in technology? Because we found the alphabet, we make the digital whatever, and then now we are trying to confine humanity into the digital world. How about we make technology be adapted to our full potential? So what I'm trying to do with Shareapaint is create a platform where people can create and share paints and drawings, and in that information is being used so that people can come together in groups based on how they are drawing. So if you ever went to a bank, you will see that your personal signature is very, very important. And banks do have money, and banks do have a lot of value, so they really are concerned about your signature. And what the signature means that is the way you're thinking adopted into paper. So what I'm trying to do with Shareapaint is get that information of the personal drawing and everything, and get that information and get it in a way that we can connect people. So the internet right now pretty much looks like this. It's profiles and everything, and there's like text all the way. And if I want to say today's a good day, and another person want to say the same thing, we're going to use the same set of symbols. It's like the same stuff. Even we are so different people with such a great, infinite potential inside of us, we are still going to use what is out there to express that. Instead, what we're trying to do with Shareapaint is something more creative, something more close to the emotional, the personality of the person, and using a larger range of choices, which is color and shaping, and just drawing as you want, everywhere you want it. So the vision about Shareapaint is that it's a platform that you can go in, share your paints, use, of course, the alphabet again to put tags into your drawings and everything. But all this information is really a very ambitious steps to overcome the actual alphabet and use color and drawings to express ourselves, and use technology and sophisticated artificial intelligence to understand and connect emotions between the paints. So all the information between the paints. And paints are quite interesting thing if we consider very famous paintings like Da Vinci paintings, Mona Lisa and everything. We see people are getting so much into it about how this smile is so unique and how this, it's all this information we're missing on the web right now, and there's no platform online doing and focusing on that right now. It's all about the alphabet, it's all about pictures, but it's never about your drawings and what's behind the drawings. That's nobody's really doing right now. So the concept is that you can draw and then you can connect with people. So let's say, what about, when you do your signature, there are specific, professionals that can analyze your signature and say, this guy, is very nervous, oh, this guy is very calm, or this guy is very this, based only on the signature. And there are psychologists that do this stuff. So there's definitely information in there that we are missing out in our digital lives as we are, settling out with the alphabet which we currently have. And you ever went to the bank and you tried to do your signature two times wrong, and they go nuts. They say, oh, you didn't do the same way. So what's the deal with it? Why my signature is so important for a bank? Because it's the way I think, and it tells a lot about my personality. And everything is in our brain, and everything we drawing is an expression of our brains. We receive reality, we analyze it, and then we're drawing, we express it. And what if I can match and find my actual soulmate somewhere around the earth using the information of the paints, I like to draw very nervously, and I like to make very, bold lines, whatever, and I find another person who draws the same way. What about it, It's not about the alphabet anymore, it's not about the tags, it's not about the hashtags, it's not about the thing, it's the actual way we are using our finger on the screen to draw and take the information and connect with people. And what are the colors of peace, trend, and war? What about this information? We know nothing about colors. We know there's a psychology behind it. We know that red is very good for food or whatever, opens our appetite. Blue is like calm. But what's the real deal? I mean, we need to have a lexicon about it, and there's lots of academic use that we can push in there, and a lot of psychological stuff that. It's exploring, it's implementing technology to explore and see what's behind the scenes. So it's, as every other platform, is a very simple one. You can do all the classic stuff social network can do, like comment, follow, love user potentially. And this is old pictures actually. There's been a lot of progress, and we're actually doing the cooperation with nude events and everything. So right now we have emotional analysis. So every paint you see here can have a percentage of how happy, angry, or neutral, or whatever it is. And it's getting there. It's been a long project, 1 year since I started approximately, but now the sentimental analysis is kicking in, and it's getting really interesting. So it's about, other than that, it's a fun platform, it's just fun. It's also good for artists, fashion designers themselves, everybody who likes to paint, is a creative person, it's all about them. And it wants to be a fun platform, right? You go there, you draw something for fun, you see the responses, somebody else draws on your paint, and it has to be fun, of course. And then what's great about it also, revenue-wise and everything, is that no advertiser on planet Earth right now has the information that Shareapaint can provide. We have like age, okay, you go to Facebook, you want to start an advertising, you have the age, location, some pages the user like, but you have no idea about the psychology of the user. And that's really, really what Shareapaint wants to focus is like, what's the emotion of the user based on the paints he's making? Because every paint is like a signature, and signature is really valuable. If it was not valuable, banks will not use signatures, or we won't sign job contracts to stay in a company for who knows what, 5 years, right? So there is information in there that nobody in the planet right now tries to extract. A little bit about me, I'm George, I've been in Hong Kong for years, I gave some TEDx speeches, I'm a web developer, I also focus a lot of art and video productions and stuff like that. And if you want to know more about me, that's the website, skoumas.com. And the website, so the question is, what's your color? That's the answer, that's the question. And if you want to know more, please do visit shareapaint.com and upload your paint and see what kind of emotion your paints actually have. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
that question, what's your color?
Sorry, what did I draw?
Just by your stroke or something, like ask that question by some visual image. Okay, question for George?
That was the thing.
I have a question. Who do you envision will be using the product first?
The first target group
Yeah.
will be people like, I guess it will be something like 9gag people, like people who want to have fun online, because when, if you go to some school, for example, in Europe, there's a lot of drawings everywhere, in the desks, you know, in the walls. You know, the whole graffiti culture, you know, I draw something, somebody else goes over it and draws something else. You know, there's no real digital implementation of it right now. So I guess it has to be a fun platform. People just go there and draw and everything. And then we have the old matching thing that's like, you draw and then you find your match, you know, and you're like connected to that stuff. So it's like a basic platform. Yeah. Everybody likes this idea. So it's like the basic platform, you register, you go in, and there's a lot of stuff you can do, right? You can just have your personal profile, which is cool. You can go to some event, you can go to some group, you can do a lot of stuff. So it's really trying to make Facebook, the Facebook, but make it with drawings. But not only that, you know, it's it's more than that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And also focusing also on fashion designers and all the stuff, and people who really are into designing. Yeah.
How do you analyze a painting?
There are many technologies around the world that take an image and they can understand, they do some contrast algorithm and all that stuff, right? And then they can see some features on it. And then when you get a lot of features, right, and you provide all these features to a machine and you say, you know, all these features I provide you is like anger. All these features I provide you is happiness. Then the machine you can put new paints inside and the machine can take all this knowledge that has, right, from the previous learning session. But it goes deeper than that. It's going into the average color of the paint. You know, what's the boldest stroke you used and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a connection of information, and that, of course, is refined through the feedback that the website provides. Like, you know, I matched your paint with that person. Was that match good? You know, if it was not good, you know, rerun the algorithm, change something. You know.
So you wrote the algorithm?
It's partially written by me. It's partially outsourced a bit, but you know, those things are mostly developed in universities. They take a lot of years to really get there. So yeah, I mean, I developed the whole thing alone, so I had to, you know, seek help in the universities a bit. Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah, it was interesting because so I host another group called the Life Drawing event. Our next session will be with George. So we were talking about this, and then we actually asked for help from some professional, you know, color or art therapists. So, for example, they were saying if you want to understand one person's personality, his or her perception or emotion towards a particular color actually changes throughout the day. So morning, the feeling to that color versus night towards that color can be very different, versus his or her understanding to, say, composition or strokes, like how much power to use when he draws. That's kind of more constant, and that's why signature can be a better tool to identify different person or, you know, like more permanent things. Yeah, so it's yeah, a lot of depth behind that. I don't know how he do the coding, but it's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to check it out, please go there and upload your paints, and then you will see the analysis, sentimental analysis under each paint.